Everyone, I'm going to get started and go into this week's topic of gaming in the classroom. Here is another PowerPoint presentation that I've put together, and I'm just going to start that up. Gaming in the classroom, and my name is Amanda Waller, as you all know, and there is a picture of a student using an iPad. Let's get started. Gaming in special education. Here are a few tips that I put on this. So basically, how does gaming in special education work? It develops and supports a virtual world which helps entertain and educate the students by giving the students an option to use a video game, catches their attention and helps them maintain focus and eye contact, as well as listening and interacting and engaging with others. Specifically for children with autism, as they engage with their peers, it is important for them to share and know how to play well with others. Sometimes students with autism struggle with that, so gaming does help with that influence on them. So the use of gaming in the classroom. Game-based learning is not only cost-effective, it's highly engaging, it's actively engaging for the learner, and it's tailored to the individual student's pace. So students on the spectrum, some are very high functioning and some are very low functioning. So the students that are, who can't speak and are nonverbal and have behaviors might be placed into a setting where the games are a little bit less academic and more heavy on the information. They might do something such as like a game that teaches them how to share their lunch or how to speak to their peers or communicate in a way using the PEC system that I discussed in the last screencast. So this is just the different uses of gaming in the classroom. And I also put a quote from one of the articles from this week's learning. The game-based learning article states that good game-based learning applications can draw us into virtual environments that look and feel familiar and relevant. So students can not only play a game, but it can put them in an environment that is familiar, such as a bedroom, a park, or a classroom that kind of puts them in charge of that character, and they can control how that character goes about their daily life. It also teaches them a lot of life skills, which I found to be very useful. So we're moving on. What is the impact on learners, especially for children with autism spectrum disorder? Here are a few things that I put together as almost like a step stool that shows the impact that video games have on learners. So video games not only teach social skills, but they help practice and improve their social skills. Games and applications can help reduce repetitive behavior. A lot of students with autism repeat words and have to, if they tap the table or if someone taps the table, then they have to do it again and again. It's almost like a form of OCD, but games and applications can help reduce that behavior. Visual tools improve task performance and play skills. So children with autism have issues with their academic task and playing with others in the classroom. So if there's a video game set up in front of them that engages them and possibly one of their peers, they might be more likely to play nicely with their peer because of the impact of the video game. Another thing is an asset to academic learning. Teachers struggle to find new ways to keep the attention of their students, and video games might be a way that best suits these learners. Lastly, what is the final product of learning? So the chart on the right, which I'm going to pull up in a second, has a few outcomes that was in my case study that I used this week. So what are the outcomes? Video modeling and gaming is an effective and acceptable practice for teaching students with autism, but it is also a form of observational learning. What is observational learning? Observational learning occurs when the behavior of the target student changes to mirror the behavior of others. So basically what that means is observational learning is kind of like the students will learn in a way when they're observing other students and observing an activity and they'll kind of observe that and then kind of want to do that behavior, which can help decrease the amount of bad behaviors that these students have. So on the right is just a chart that shows the participants in my case study, the ages, and just the results, which were it indicated a functional relational between video modeling and increased independence in gaming. So gaming did impact these learners in a positive way. Here's my reference page, and that's basically it. I have my sample artifact in another screencast, which I'm going to list on my website. Thank you.